Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm talking to you about the actual secret of manifesting. Okay, so this is one of the things that I've personally discovered about when I'm trying to manifest things into my own life, trying to create things for me, that has really worked. Okay, and really changed like a paradigm basically in my brain about how to create things and how to make things happen for myself that you may not have actually heard of before. Okay, so what I believe one of the actual secrets to manifesting is the meanings we put to things, right? The meanings we put behind things. So, for example, right, someone could have an amazing relationship, and then all of a sudden, that person that they're in that amazing relationship with no longer wants to be with them, no longer loves them, right? And let's say because of that breakup, that person says, you know what, I'm never ever going to be in a relationship ever again. I'm never going to be in love again. I'm just going to be single. And they become very bitter and resentful because they had that amazing relationship and then they lost it. So basically what they associated meaning to that was, the meaning they put that towards that was, this is it. I'm not going to have any more relationships, right? But instead, let's say someone else goes through exactly the same experience, but they associate a different meaning to it. The meaning they put to it is, oh, well, I learned a lesson, right? This was meant to happen, okay? If they have something like that, because I believe personally that every difficult situation that I've experienced had something, there was a meaning for it. There was a reason for it. Even if while it was happening, right? It was the worst thing ever, but ultimately there was a reason why it happened, and it may not be. I may not figure out what that reason is. There and then, maybe a few years down the line, when I realize what the meaning was. Right. So, what you associate things to and the meanings you associate to them is really important when it comes to manifesting, because manifesting what you want is all about how you feel, right? And understanding as well divine timing, because sometimes things don't happen as soon as you would like them to. So, for example, let's say that you are trying to become a millionaire. Let's say you're trying to attract more money into your life, and that's the thing that you're trying to manifest, but it's not happening, right? It could be that, this is just what's meant to happen right now, right? Because you could sit there and get frustrated with it. You could sit there and get really upset about the fact that you're not being able to manifest money as fast as you would like to, right? And you could get really angry, get really resentful, get really bitter about it. And that makes you feel bad, right? So then it blocks the manifestation because you're no longer vibrating at the frequency of feeling good, of allowing things into your life. You're now vibrating at the frequency of, this is tough, this is awful, things never work out for me. Okay, so, but if you see it as, okay, this is happening, right? For some reason, I'm not being able to get the money that I want right now, but perhaps there's a reason for that. Perhaps I'm supposed to be learning some kind of valuable lesson here, right? And that's the reason why I'm not manifesting what I want, right? Because there's something I need to learn here, and the universe keeps on giving me this lesson, which is why I'm not receiving that money, because I haven't learned the lesson yet, because I haven't found that meaning. I haven't found out what's going on, okay? So the actual secret to manifesting is the meaning that you put behind things when things aren't working out for you, when things are not manifesting for you, right? Because once you associate a new meaning for it, and suddenly it's okay if you don't have the money right now. It's okay if you don't have the success you want right now. It's okay if you don't have the love of your life right now. All of these things are okay, right? Because you've discovered and you've put a meaning behind it that is more empowering. Okay, and once you do that, and once you're no longer bothered by it, the universe says, great, they've learned the lesson. It's no longer bothering them, and they've been able to let go of it. They've been able to be at peace with it. And so now I'm going to start offering them the things that they've always wanted, because they've now learned the lesson of putting a better meaning behind things when things aren't working out. Right, they're seeing the bigger picture. Okay, this is something you often see with people that have had near-death experiences, right? They have a near-death experience, they die, they come back, and then they have a new meaning about life now because they've been to the other side, they know what it's like on the other side, and now their lives are really magical and they feel really happy about their lives because they see the bigger picture. They know that it's going to be okay. They know that, you know, life shouldn't be taken as so seriously as what it is. We're here to enjoy ourselves. We're here to have a good time. We're not here to struggle and to feel awful about ourselves and to feel bad. Obviously, sometimes a little bit of struggle is good, right? That's why we exercise. That's why we, you know, lift weights and things like that. Like, struggle does create muscle and things like that. And sometimes it is good to help with our discipline and things like that. But it's all about balance, right? Life shouldn't always be suffering. Life shouldn't always be amazing. It should be somewhere in between, right? But you have that underlying level of peace and happiness underneath, right? Because that's what your soul wants. Your soul ultimately wants to feel peaceful. We don't want to feel like we're struggling or striving all the time. We want to be at peace with our lives and the circumstances that we're in, and what's going on with ourselves, right? We want to feel at peace. We want to feel like things are happening for a reason. We want to feel like everything that is happening, even if it's bad, even if it's good, is all has a divine message for us. And once you associate that meaning to things that are not quite working out, things that you're trying to manifest that haven't manifested yet, once you associate that meaning that, okay, this is meant to happen, right? This was meant to happen for me, or this is teaching me a valuable lesson. Once you start thinking like that, you actually start to see it too. Like, down the road, let's say you're going through a tough experience, and let's say like a few years later, or maybe a few days later, or a few months, you look back and think, oh yeah, that was meant to happen that way. That was meant to happen that way because that ultimately led to this. Okay, and for me personally, once I learnt that and learnt to associate better meanings to things, even things that are not working out very well, even the really good things, right? Figuring out that, you know, this is all happening for a reason, and associating new meanings to those things, and that's when things really start to work out for me. That's when I really start to feel a lot more happier, a lot more at peace, and that's when things start to come into my life. So, for example, last year, there was a couple of things that I really wanted to manifest. I wanted to manifest a baby, which I did within that month. There was something that I really wanted to win back. I was going through a certain case that I really wanted to win. It wasn't like a law or court thing or anything like that, but it was something else. And I was able to do that as well. And it was all about being able to let go and realize that, hey, you know what, there's a reason that all this is happening. There's a reason why I couldn't have that. There's a reason why I couldn't have this. And once I was able to do that and associate those new meanings to those things, that's when they actually manifested, and I was able to get pregnant that month. I was able to win that case, right? Because I knew that I could do it, right? And I knew that even if it didn't work out, even if I couldn't do those things, even if I didn't manifest those things, I knew that I would be okay as well, right? If it worked out, that was great. If it didn't work out, that was also great, right? Because I knew that if this is meant to happen, it will, right? And that's the meaning I put behind those things. Okay, so it's the actual secret to manifesting the things that you want is associating new meanings to things, those things that you want, even if they haven't happened yet, right? So if there's something in your life that you're trying to manifest and you get frustrated with it, you haven't found the meaning. You haven't associated a new meaning to it that makes you feel better about it, right? So you can feel good, because that's what the whole secret was about. The whole thing with, the whole documentary about The Secret with Rhonda Byrne, at the end of that movie that I'm sure a lot of you have seen, is it says feel good. So how can you feel good about your manifestations that haven't happened yet? You associate a new meaning to it. You don't get frustrated with it anymore. You find the meaning, right? That this is meant to happen, or whatever it may be that makes you feel good, whatever meaning you want to associate to it. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christinelovich.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.